What's going on, everybody? John Vandaloo here from Planet Roots Digital Marketing Agency, and I just want to give a couple statistics today. I've just been thinking about it, the way that technology has advanced and the type of impact that a business can have in the digital world. It's obviously something that we need to be talking about with our agency, and it's something that I want more local business and people who are looking to maybe start a business or to scale their current business, what needs to be done. And one of the biggest things, and of course you're seeing this clip on Facebook, but I feel like people just don't quite fathom how big Facebook is in terms of presence, the ability to advertise strategically using Facebook instead of older traditional ways of advertising and marketing. And just one of the most impressive statistics is that 2.23 billion people log into Facebook every single month. And 66% of that uses it every single day. That's 1.47 billion people. 1.47 billion people use Facebook every single day, and Americans spend an average of 58 minutes a day on Facebook. That's that's an hour. That's the average. So certain people might be spending quite a few. Some people spend 10 minutes. Some people spend 3 hours. It's one of those things. But that's where people are. That's where people are spending their time, and Facebook's algorithm has given businesses the opportunity to get in front of their desired audience, and it can only go from there. Facebook has 80 million small and medium-sized business pages on the platform, and that's a 23% increase year after year. But only 6 million of those 80 million are using advertising on Facebook. Only 6 million. That's a very, very, very small percentage. And if you're not getting involved in that now, you're going to be left behind. That's the part of innovation. That's the part of expanding and scaling and trying to stay relevant as a local business, because we know local businesses rise up and they fail just as fast as they rise up. Every single year, 500,000 small businesses are started, and they just come and go. They just come and go. They come and go. They come and go. And I've kind of taken it on to myself, and my responsibility is to try and help local businesses establish a footprint and plant their roots in the digital world. One of the main things that I wanted to accomplish, like the goal that I set out as a digital marketer, as somebody who's coming in and wants to be a digital project specialist. I guess that is a quote unquote more buzzy word kind of way of saying it. But one of the things that we do is we identify, we come into a local business or a larger business, it doesn't matter, whoever needs the work. Somebody who thinks outside the box. If you already have a marketing team, I would love to come in and have a discussion and talk with the marketing team to see what we could do to help your business thrive. Just think outside the box. Sometimes you need a mind to come in to help you strategize, help you think clearly from a different vantage point. That's where innovation usually comes. That's why most innovation is entrepreneurs. They're people who are free thinkers, people who are outside of what is considered normal, and they have that freedom to kind of expand their thought, expand what they think is possible, and then drive those results home. And here's the other thing too. If you're a local retail store, if you're trying to sell items from just brick and mortar, you really need to consider getting into e-commerce. It is beyond past due. I would say it's too late, but it's absolutely not too late. If you're smart with your marketing, you could absolutely get into this and create a lot of business for yourself. Click-through rate, e-commerce click-through rates have tripled in the last 2 years, tripled. And 2/3 of all things are purchased online. So I really, 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 really want to stress getting yourself established online, getting yourself e-commerce. It's not that difficult, guys. It's not difficult to get into e-commerce. I'd love to help your current status get into the e-commerce. If you don't know how to, can just subscribe, follow my channel. I'll continue to give updates and blog about it and leave content out there for you to help you. But if you want to actually streamline the process, if you actually want to bring in somebody from the outside to help you get established, help you get into e-commerce, that's something that we can do. If you are struggling in e-commerce and you don't know exactly what route you need to take next, or like why your conversion rates are so low, conversion rates don't need to be so hard to get. I think one of the things is because businesses are not using Facebook specifically, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why businesses are not utilizing Facebook to advertise their products. It is one of the best ways that you can actually measure your business, measure your click-through rate, measure your bounce rate, measure your conversion rate, and then absolutely have strategy going forward to actually retarget and get better conversion rates. 400% better conversion rates is possible with a retargeting campaign, and you must be using Facebook Pixel. Facebook Pixel is a little line of code that you can get from your Facebook Business Manager, and you can put it into the headers of your website. And what Facebook Pixel does is when somebody is, how everybody's logged into Facebook all the time, right? Like you have the app, you're logged into it all the time. If you have Facebook Messenger, that's a separate app, so I won't even talk about that right now. But yeah, everyone is logged into Facebook, and most websites are connected to Facebook in some way. So what happens is, when somebody visits your website, when you have Facebook Pixel embedded in your code, Facebook Pixel can identify the audience of people coming to your website. So say, let's just say you have a bike shop. Okay, let's just randomly say that I just drove by a bike shop, so that's where I'm thinking about it. But let's say you have a bike shop and you have obviously multiple different kinds of products. Okay, so if you have e-commerce set up and people are coming from Facebook, say maybe they're clicking on your ad or they're coming from Google, it doesn't matter. But what's happening is they're going to go to a website and they're going to look at a specific product. Okay, now if you have Facebook Pixel, you're able to identify what these people looked at. So say you have, let's say you have 5,000 visitors visit your website in this work week, Monday to Friday, and 60% of them looked at a specific bike. Okay, maybe it was a sale, but you didn't sell too many of them. You only sold a couple of them, and you're wondering why, 5,000 people didn't buy, or 4,585, whatever. 5,000 people looked at that bike, and only 5% of them, let's say, purchased that bike. Now, you can actually now create a lookalike audience using Facebook Business Manager to go after those, 95% of those 5,000 people and re-advertise towards them with a different ad, like something that's a little more personalized. That is how you boost conversion rates. You have to retarget your audience using the tools that are available to you. There's always been advancements in technology, and the advancements in technology usually alleviate a struggle. Like before tractors, you had to plow fields with cattle, with oxen and livestock, and you had to do it by hand. I know there's some business practice yet where stuff is hand harvested yet, and that's kind of an artisan, that's for the specific product. But in reality, if you want to have a successful business and you want to be able to compete with your competition, in a saturated marketplace, you have to innovate, and you have to utilize tools that help you innovate. And even before that, like horse-drawn carriages and buggies and stuff like that. And then the car came out. Now everyone uses cars. Of course, using a bicycle is good, and people still use bicycles. It's still a good way to use transportation, of course, but a car is more useful for certain things, just like the plane now. Commercial airlines, we can do more things now than what we could previously in the past. And the same goes for business, and the same goes for marketing and advertising. And one of the biggest tools available to a business is Facebook and Facebook Pixel. Facebook Pixel, as I stated previously, is a line of code that you put into your header and you can actually track audiences. And, the hyper-targeted custom audience feature on Facebook Business Manager, it lets you advertise so specifically that advertisers have seen their new customer acquisition costs go down by 73%. So that is something that we could do at Planted Roots to help market you. We can drive down your customer acquisition cost by 73%. I want you guys to highly consider bringing in an outside agency. If it's not me, find somebody else that's willing to do this for you, or stay tuned for footage from our channel and from our Facebook page. But as we all know, time is very valuable, and running a business is not easy, especially when you have to deal with all these outside factors. When you got to do all this other stuff, it can get very, very stressful very, very quickly, and I understand that, and that is why I started the business that I started, and why I want to come in as a digital project specialist. We don't believe in retainers. We don't believe in contracts. We believe in working on a project for a business and getting them the results that they want. If you don't know what type of results you're after, we can look into your business and we can help strategically plan campaigns for your business to help get more customers, or to help you get more digital presence. Planted Roots, that name I decided on because of the importance of having deep roots. A tree, you look at a really strong tree, you don't know how strong that tree is unless you uproot it. You have to have established presence where it matters in order to have a strong business. And one of those things that, and that's one of the things that we want to do as an agency. We want to come into a business, we want to help them brainstorm, we want to help them strategize, we want to help give them the tools that they need, or help teach them how to use the tools that they need in order for them to have strength and have ability to take their business and keep it relevant in the upcoming digital race of relevance. It's very hard to remain established in business nowadays if you don't have a good digital presence. And that's something that we recognized at Planted Roots, and why we are stepping in and why we want to help businesses in this way, because all marketing is digital marketing now. Print advertising, though it still exists, is dead. It's dead. It is. You're sitting there, you're trying to work on it still, but it's not a good solution for your business. It is not something that is going to help generate a return. And the reason why I say that is because you can't measure it. You don't have any control over it. And if you don't have control over an element of your business, you need to figure out how to get control over it. You need it to be predictable. You need to be able to plan in advance and be proactive in your business. And that sometimes takes investment on your part. Any of you guys watching this who owns your own business, or an entrepreneur who's building their own business, you need to invest in it. You need to invest either a lot of time or a lot of money into getting the thing up where you need it to be. And one of the biggest things that I see, that I have noticed, and what I'm seeing in my initial prospecting and my initial research of the marketplace that might need my services, or services that are similar to mine, what I'm seeing is a lack of understanding in the way that they fear the investment hurting them instead of the investment helping them. You know, it's one of those things where, yes, it takes money, and there's a lot of crappy people out there who do a really poor job when they come in, and you lose that money, and that sucks. Okay, nobody wants that to happen. Nobody wants that to happen. And that is also why I got into this. This is why I wanted to come in and do this, because of my integrity and because of my dedication to working with the people that I want to work with. I want to see your business succeed, and I want my project that I come on to help you with. I want to see that succeed. It has to. That's where my business comes from. My business is to help your business make my business and service affordable for yourself. If I'm unable to make my services affordable for your business, there is no point, and I'm in the wrong business. I shouldn't be doing this. So that is one of the things. I love a challenge, but you don't need. It doesn't need to be a challenge anymore. Like, it doesn't have to be this thing that is so hard to accomplish. It's not hard to accomplish if you're using the right tools or you're utilizing the right people to help you and help your business. So that is just something that I wanted to say. I want to get out of my system a little bit, because I understand, hiring an outside agency to come in and to work with your business for a fee could sound a little intimidating. It's well, is this money going to be spent correctly? Am I making the right choice? And this video is just a little bit of, hey, my name's John Vandeloo. Nice to meet you. It's it's one of those things that's like, I want to produce a trust. I want to help you guys feel confident in your business, in your strategy, in your approach. And if you would like me to come in and give you that inspiration, and if you'd like me to come in and give you some strategy, some real bolstered strategy to help your business really just hammer out and stand out the way it needs to stand out to remain relevant and to remain competitive, that is why I'm on here. That is why I'm doing that, because I want to build trust with people. And the best way to do that is to create content and to push that content out into social media platforms. And that is also something that we can help your business with, if at the very least, give you some advice. So thank you for listening, and have a great day.